Welcome to Forgotten Popcorn, where we talk about movies that have made us forget eating our popcorn. Today we're talking about Parasite, 2019, Bong Joon Ho. Guys, come on.
Yep.
This movie.
Yep.
I mean, we try our best to, do different films and come up with new ideas. And we've done so many different ones. And we just did our most recent one of Polar Express. So it was like animated. So we've really covered like a bunch of different, films at this point. But this is unique. This is really good.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
One of the most unique films of all time, in my opinion. One of the best films of all time, also, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Fair. That's a fair one.
That is.
Like
I love it. It's in my top 3 all time. Easily.
top 3.
Easily.
Wow.
I have 3 movies rated perfect, 100 out of 100. Interstellar, this, Shawshank.
Damn.
That to me,
Okay.
That's a top list.
that to me is top 3. And
Really?
Damn.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was right off the bat. too.
Oh, I'll say it. I don't care. I'll say it. I love this movie.
Damn.
Okay. So
Yeah.
why?
Yes.
Why? Screenplay, first of all, is flawless. There's nothing wrong with the screenplay. Every frame has a purpose. Every frame serves its purpose in the long run. They do so many callbacks, like earlier in the movie. The editing, top notch as well, and the acting is just the class. What's his name? Song Kang-ho. My God,
Yeah.
so good, so good. I'm also a big Bong Joon Ho fan. I've seen all his movies except for Mother from 2009, and he's just what a guy up there with the likes of like Nolan and Scorsese for me as all-time best filmmaker. I just love him. I love him to bits. Yeah,
Okay.
It's phenomenal.
I respect that.
I think this is also our first foreign film, too, right?
I think it is our
Yep.
first foreign
Yeah.
film.
And won't be our last,
Will
that's for sure.
definitely
Nope.
Yeah.
Cannot be our last.
No. I mean, you watch a movie like Parasite and you're just like, yeah. Like, I feel like up until 2019, there was like a lot of really great foreign films, but there wasn't as much of like,
Talk about it, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
The conversation around them, the need to like want to actually watch them.
It really put them on the map,
Yeah.
Definitely.
big
Yeah.
time.
Like the willingness to actually watch them,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I mean, like me, I saw this movie in theaters, actually. It wasn't in theaters initially, but then
Yeah.
because of the Oscars, it got released in theaters and I got a chance to see it. But like, man, I was enjoying the movie the whole time. I was like, oh, this is such an interesting concept, like, oh, very cool. Like a whole family is intercepting into this rich like life. And then as soon as the, what's her name? I forgot her name, but like the lady that cleans up the house,
The maid.
the maid.
Oh,
yeah.
As soon as she comes back home in the rainy day, you're like, as soon as that point happened, I was at the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edge of my seat for the rest of the film. I was like, holy crap, what is happening? But it's like,
Yeah.
I didn't expect it, Like, I mean, I've
No.
seen like Japanese films, but like the animated films and stuff like that, but never like a really full, foreign film like this that I thought was incredible. And this is like, it changed. I
It's
think
top notch.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah, there's nothing you can say about this movie that would make me go, oh man, you're right, that's not so good about this movie, or damn, that is a missed part of this movie. Like, it's just like Will said, every part has a purpose and it comes back later and you're just like, wow, okay, it all ties together. And it's like tied together in like such a really like calm fashion, and like it's such a art-esque movie,
Yes,
so like
yeah.
every shot has a purpose, but not only that, but every shot is just so good.
Yeah.
Crafted
So beautifully
perfectly.
shot.
Yeah.
Honestly.
You could just take a screenshot of every single frame that you're in, and you're just like, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a poster frame. That's a wallpaper right there. It's incredible.
Yeah. Absolutely
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
I love it.
What was really fun about my watch this time for us, this was my 4th time watching it. So I have the Criterion up there above Alvaro. There's a black and white version of the movie in there.
Oh.
So I watched it in black and white this time, and it just adds so much more like to the atmosphere and stuff. It was crazy to watch. You guys know that scene where when the little boy sees the guy in the basement for the first time?
Yeah.
Like him like slowly coming up the stairs.
Yeah.
That in black and white. Oh
man.
boy, all you see is like his eyes peek out.
That must
like
be. Oh,
That's insane.
it was
scary.
so cool to watch. I've
Yeah.
definitely lent it to you guys so you can do it because my God, it's worth it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's like some stuff you can really think about, like, okay, that, you know, black and white, but there's some things that you just, this whole movie just does so well, and there's so much color in this movie, but like when you take away the color, there's still so much impact. That's what's so crazy about it.
It just makes it so much more eerie, so much more like what is gonna happen, because man, so much goes on.
Yeah, it's such an unexpected turn. I think it's honestly one of the biggest turns, or the I'm forgetting the word, the major
plot twist.
Yes, major plot twist. I think in one of the movies that I've seen recently, it's huge. You never expect that kind of change at all. Like first time watching it, you're, like I said, you're just going in, seeing family like invade another family. You're like, oh wow, that's pretty much the whole point of the movie. Like that's still a pretty cool plot, you know. You get to see it, and then that plot twist. Oh, there's a family underneath. Oh, what are you gonna do now? Like, what's happening?
Oh man, yeah.
Oh, so good.
I love this movie so much.
Mm-hmm. There's something I absolutely loved about this movie where, I mean, there's so much symbolism, but the symbolism of stairs.
Yeah.
I thought it was crazy. First time I saw it, I noticed it, and it's like, there's so many stairs, there's so many levels, there's so many, like, even in the house, there's like, I think like 6 different levels or something. There's like little bits of stairs here, there's little bits of stairs there, but every single stair is perfect because it shows like a different level.
100%.
Yeah, I'm really glad you picked up on that, actually. Yeah. The whole social class it's commentary on it.
The main point of the film, really. 100%. I 100% agree with you. And the symbolism, once you've watched it enough times, kicks in immediately. I actually, for one of my English classes, for whatever reason, my teacher was like, "We're gonna watch this," and I was like, "Yes!" I've already seen it like 3 times at that point. So I was like, "Easy." And like, I was at the back of the class, and like, I couldn't really read the subtitles, but like, I knew the movie so well. I knew all the symbols, so I was just like, I wrote so many notes, like, and then that's how I knew I loved doing like film critique and like really like going further into films. So that was like the turning point for me, and I was like, this is awesome. Really cool. I got like an A on that easily, like no, like the easiest thing I've ever done. But I love that. Yeah, there are so many shots about like rising to like one of my favorite shots in the film. I mean, we'll talk a little bit about it after, but before we move on, there's one shot at the very beginning when they go to the house, or when he goes to the house the very first time, to be the English tutor, right? It's just so easy. It's outside. It's just up the street. That's it. That's all it is. Just up the street.
But it's such a big uphill, the incline.
It's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful shot for no reason. I don't even know.
It doesn't have to be. It really doesn't have to be.
It's amazing. Unnecessarily amazing, and it just goes to show how like unbelievable this entire film is. Yeah. I have nothing really bad to say about it.
No, not at all. Not at all. Which is going to be interesting going into our next segment.
Yes.
So I'm really curious to see this.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So if you're an avid viewer of the podcast, we have done a lot of different fun, unique episodes and different segments. Today, we're jumping into a brand new one that will be continued into every episode. It's called our Letterboxd Deep Dive, where we take a look at comments and reviews on Letterboxd, and we just sort of, to start a conversation with each other. So we're going to actually start in the 3-star area, and then we're going to go a little bit further down to the 1-star, just to see really what people, think about this movie. So
I think it is worth to also say that this has an average of 4.6 on Letterboxd.
Huge.
Yep.
It's the 7th highest movie on Letterboxd. So the half stars, there can't be that many half stars.
No, but there are.
But there are. They exist.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we have here on screen now some of the Letterboxd 3-star reviews. One of the ones I wanted to bring up immediately was somebody. Okay. Unfortunately, in our podcast, I'll try to blur out every name or whatnot. But regardless, we've always said this on the podcast. We're here to listen to your opinion, regardless of what it may be. Feel free to share it, positive, negative. If you have something that we said was wrong and you have something different to say, please say it in the comments. Absolutely. Let us know what you thought about Parasite. Was it good? Was it bad? It's up to you. But that being said, we're not going to criticize any people's opinion, even if they are 1-star or whatnot. So one of the persons on Letterboxd said, good movie, but overhyped just because Korean movies are different. So I understand.
I see it.
Yeah. 100%. Like I could see where that's from. It happens a lot. It's happening now with Godzilla, which is fine. Yeah. Like it's I'm sure it's a great movie. I still haven't had a chance to see it. Alvaro has the only one here that has seen it. So I can see where you know they're getting that idea from. But if you move away from that viewpoint, just see it as a film itself and like as a really just a good story, it doesn't matter.
I understand the last part of that. Korean movies are different because they are very different.
Yes.
But overhyped part, I don't understand that one.
Because I mean, if you're looking at an overhyped film, it's like everybody's talking about it and it doesn't meet up to the hype. But this meets every single kind of like, every single like rating, every single review. Like everybody says it's amazing. I watch it. It's amazing. It's like there's nothing else that like compares.
Exactly. Yeah. It's, I don't know.
Yep.
Maybe, I guess you do kind of have to be like, not in the mood for it, but like, it's not one of those movies that you just throw on to happily watch in the background. You know, so like, maybe that's what this person was hoping for, and
I mean, how do you unless you know the language, how do you throw on a movie like this and not actually have to pay attention? If anything, foreign films allow us to be more attentive to what's actually happening, because you can't just look away. Like you actually have to be paying attention, which is good. And I'm be honest, I've been that person. I throw on a movie, I barely pay attention, and you know, I'll log it on Letterboxd. I mean, it happens, right? Especially if it's a movie I've seen like a dozen. I mean, I think I could probably look away from this movie at this point. I don't know Korean. I tried to learn. It's really difficult, by the way, like extremely difficult.
I looked away while watching a few times because like I know the movie, I know what's happening. I don't need every bit of dialogue, but
honestly, I didn't look away. I loved the cinematography, and every single shot was just like, I was trying to find stuff in the background actually. Like
that's always fun to do.
Yeah, like I mean, especially when they're in the house. When they're in the house, there's so many different things. Whether it's the Parks' house or the actual main like the family's house. There's so many things in the background that like it's crazy. I couldn't find almost like everything or anything, but like that. But the drawing that the kid makes, you know, like how she has it like put on the wall. And like there's a little man stick figure. He's there in every single one of his paintings and stuff. It's like it's such tiny little details, but like you don't really think about it. It's so good. It's like the little details that I just every time I watch it, I can't look away.
No, exactly.
I just can't.
That's fair.
Let's see what else. What other review we got over here?
Giving this 3 stars is going to get me shot by Reddit.
That's
fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's why we're not scrolling on Reddit here.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna try not to read the ones with swears in it. Watched it on the plane to LA. Stressful due to layers of deceit and total unlikable characters. The inequality at the center of the story is only novel and exciting for bourgeois detached from such issues.
Oh,
that's a very fair critique, actually.
Indeed.
Yeah,
I can understand that.
You can. The impact of the film varies on where you, because at the heart of it, like we said earlier, it's a film about the rich and the poor, and it's a very real issue. Like I could definitely see how it affects your viewpoint of the film.
For sure. Yeah. Depending what end of the ladder you come from, yes, you're seeing a completely different story.
100%. 100%.
That's a very, very good critique.
Very fair.
Very good. Very good. Where's the like button? Like. Let's keep going here. These 3 stars are pretty reasonable. All right. I'm not reading that one.
Way too long. Wish it was dubbed.
Wished it was dubbed.
The dad looked stinky, overhyped. That's the review. Wow.
Okay. Well, we went over overhyped.
I don't know. Dubbed for this film, I mean, I could see why it would be, but the thing about Parasite and a lot of foreign films is when they know they're pushing for I want to say North American market or English-speaking market, they will incorporate parts of English, and that you see it in Parasite. Mr. Park or
I mean, it also show their what is it like that kind of like the American dream, right?
Yeah, it even talks about
America in this plays such a big role.
It's huge.
Oh, we bought it from America, it'll be fine. We bought it from the States, it'll be fine. It's like
that's it. Yeah, very interesting. This is the opposite. We would say something similar here. We'd say, made in China or whatever. So it's a very like opposite, which it's not opposite. It's the same, really, if you think about it.
No, it's just the status that America holds.
That's it.
That's all it is. That's the name.
Yeah.
All the universities they went to, all American states.
That's
all
right. Yes,
American universities.
the sister she studied in
Illinois.
Illinois. That's
Yeah.
it.
So like,
Very interesting.
yeah. Wish it was dubbed. No, not really.
Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? You made that comment. I just remembered the paper that she falsifies that says that he went to university. It was originally supposed to be a university in Korea.
Really?
But, yes, but because they knew they were gonna put it out there for like everybody to see, they put in. I think it was what is it? It's the one in. Was it Cambridge? I think it was Cambridge.
It might have been.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they put Cambridge because it's much more like universally known.
Yeah.
So that like that they are really thinking about it. I mean, Bong Joon Ho really thinks about the whole like audience, right? It's
For
cool.
sure.
I don't know that.
But it's not his first tap into the North American.
No.
No.
Right, with what is it called? Snowpiercer?
Snowpiercer
Yeah.
and Okja as well.
No, yeah, that's it.
So yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But he like just hit it out of the park with this one. So
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
this is his top. Like it's incredible, absolutely incredible.
The dad looks stinky.
It's just like a random comment. Like
Okay, so the costume design did well.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a positive for me. Like,
I mean, some of these reviews are very straightforward. They're just like someone said kind of confusing.
I can see it.
I guess, but it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Like other than I guess the levels and them just like running around a little bit, it's pretty straightforward. I
If
find.
you
It's
watched
very
it
much.
in Korean and you didn't pay attention the whole time,
Okay,
yeah,
yes,
then you're
yeah.
lost.
then you're
100%.
lost.
Yeah,
By the time the third act begins, it's like, whoa. what
yeah,
is
yeah,
this? You know,
for
so it's
sure.
like,
You wouldn't get it.
I can see it. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because there's like a lot of subtleties in it where you have like there's a lot of that obviously that fight between rich, poor, whatever, however you want to look at it, and it continues to grow as the film goes, and I think I wouldn't say it's a lot of parts of this is my favorite, but I think one of the parts that like really defines that like difference between the two families is when every single one of them is hired and the parents are so oblivious because that's a big thing. The mother's extremely oblivious. She's just like,
So
well,
gullible.
whatever, gullible.
Yeah.
Like even they say at the beginning of the movie, the guy who wants him to tutor because he's going away, he's like, yeah, she's like just head in the clouds.
You'll
very
see when
You'll
you meet
see.
her.
And the son like runs to each one of the family members, goes to the mother, goes to the father, and whatever. And he's like, they all smell the same.
똑같다. 둘이 냄새가 똑같아.
뭔 소리야? 빨리 올라가긴 해. 제시카 쌤 기다리시잖아.
제시카 쌤한테서도 비슷한 냄새가 나는데.
So like that is like the starting point for me where you can really start to like notice like all these comparisons and where they're like making the big one, and then it just goes from there. It's really good. It's really, really good. Then that third act, so good. So good. I'm sure we'll talk about it in our next segment. Let's see. You know what? Let's actually go.
Let's go down.
Let's go
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Let's go down to 2 here. Let's see if we can get anything. Ooh, what's this? Similar to Uncut Gems, this film's main novelty is to try and keep you on the edge for as much of the runtime. Unfortunately, I don't find myself much suspense until much closer to the end of the movie. Most of the film has felt slow to me, and the ending wasn't a big enough payoff.
Ooh.
Okay. I see, like, because you pretty much can see where it's heading.
Yeah.
And I understand that. Like, there's no twist necessarily. Your twist really does come in the middle act towards the third act.
Yeah.
Right?
And in that transition there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
But-
I totally understand that. Maybe they were expecting like when we discover somebody in the basement and the maid was keeping her husband there. Maybe that would have been third act. That's maybe where they expected that sort of transition. But rather, that's not the point of the story, so it wouldn't work, right?
Exactly.
I mean, there's another symbolism. You've got literally under the feet of the rich
They're
in their
stepping on
basement.
him.
There, yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So,
And the fact that he's controlling the lights to the stairs, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And like it never clicks with the dad that like my lights aren't automatic.
and it's only for him too.
It's only for him because
Yeah.
you see it at one
Yeah,
point when they come back from camping. I think
the lights don't turn on.
the lights don't turn on. The whole family's coming up the stairs. Not a single light turns on.
right, yeah.
So it's
Because
like
good. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we'll. I'm sure we'll bring it back when we talk about our favorite scenes. It's so good. Simple
I don't
comments,
get the
just like
hype.
I don't get the hype. I get it, cinematic masterpiece, just not a fan of it. I
Fair.
mean, that's fair.
Fair.
Yeah.
There's
You're
no
giving it the
critiques
credit
there.
at least.
Yeah.
I thought it was a comedy and recommended it to my mom.
It is a comedy though.
It is
In a way.
ways,
In a way, yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
for sure.
The first act is easily a comedy.
Yes.
100%. All right, let's go to 1 star here. Oh,
half
half a star.
All right.
All right,
All
let's
right.
go half a star.
I'm scared now.
Me too.
I'm not sure which one of these. This movie reeks of classism. Such a weird thing to support. So, Ooh, I even read that?
Vehemently.
Thank you, Alvaro. In a movie, 1 star.
Half star, but okay. you know.
1 star, half star. I mean, I'm not saying it's supporting it.
No.
What, if anything, it's just demonstrating.
It's literally what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like,
The movie doesn't really pick sides at all.
No,
not at all.
So
Because you're following the main family and you want them to kind of like move up, but then
Yeah.
you're also looking at the high family and you're like, hey, you know, maybe you have way too much. Come down a bit, you know, like
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
It's like it takes no sides and it doesn't support it at all.
but you're not rooting for the
No.
poor family either.
no,
during
not
the
at
movie.
all.
Because like you know what they're doing is wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just-
Perfectly said. Perfectly said. Unironically, the worst movie I've ever seen. Criminally overhyped. I wish it was never made. I think this person's just looking for clout.
yeah, that's the thing.
Uh,
Some of these, it's like you clearly haven't seen a lot of movies. Then
Not gonna lie, my friends were like, "Go watch this," and I did, and it did not live up to the expectations. Okay, fair. I mean, listen, that's the fun thing about films. I mean, you can have a masterpiece and people might not like it,
Yeah.
or you could have like the worst movie of all time and some people would love it. Like we all have our guilty pleasure movies that
course.
are considered like some of the worst movies, but we love to watch them. You know,
Of
like,
course, yeah.
that's fine. That's what movies are.
Why was there no Parasite?
Okay.
uh,
I mean, there was
That's- yeah.
technically, but yeah, let's go up one half a star here. Wow, there are so many. Parasite is an absolute shocker of a film. There was so much attention given to it during the Oscar season, but it was truly a boring and weird film that I never will watch again. Oh wow, this person really.
Oh,
wow, I just
wow.
picked an
You
essay.
chosen, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? This will be our last one. Let's read through this. Firstly, the plot and concept is too intense. I cannot even fathom such an idea even happening just for it to. Okay, someone needs punctuation here. No offense, chief critic. All right. Cause stuff that happened to it. The story revolves around an
he's just going
impoverished
like
Kim family who is cunningly infiltrated the wealthy Parks family. Okay, this is just a summary.
Yeah, it's just a
That's
summary.
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
The only actor I slightly praise is Song Kang Ho as
I
Kim.
hope so.
I
think that's supposed to be
Taek. I think it's Taek,
Yeah,
right?
I'm
I
not
can't-
gonna.
Yeah, well,
it's
we're looking
so
at you
hard.
here. You're-
Not gonna even
It's
try.
so hard.
Okay.
I can't. We need to know the language. boy.
He brought quite the professionalism to the role, being an essential support cast member, enhancing the overall performance, which is normal. I mean, it's harder for I think us like viewers here in North America to sort of judge maybe how good a performance might be because we might not understand the language and like the way that they could pronounce words.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like
Yeah.
you know, because there's like we talk about for example. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to do this. When you watch, I can't. When you watch Oppenheimer.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
There you go.
Sorry, I
There
had
it
to.
is.
I failed immediately. I'm so sorry, guys. When you watch Oppenheimer, you watch Emily Blunt's performance, and you watch that final scene with her in the interrogation. It's not like we said in the episode. It's not language. Or sorry, it's not body. It's language. So the way
Yeah.
she says things. So that's really what it is that we just maybe might not be able to tell.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I
but
fully
you,
agree.
you still can kind of get some of the
Yeah, 'cause I mean, language. What, it's like
inflections.
90% body, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like we can still get it, of course. but
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
I mean, I find there's that one scene where the sister is basically talking to the little kid. They're on the table, and then the mom's coming by, and then she pretty much says, "All right, thank you. You can wait now." And then, but like she says it in such a calm manner that like you kind of, I
Yeah.
guess you can still hear it in like a tone of voice, you know.
Yeah.
But like it's not perfect because we don't understand the language, but it's there. You can feel it. You know, you can feel the intensity.
Yeah, the thing is, we don't know what words are actually putting emphasis on.
That's it.
To
That's it,
drive it home. We don't actually know
Yeah.
what they're saying in the end of the day, right? So
like the only sequence I can think of where you know for sure is when the maid and her husband, they like tie up the family, and then she's like basically like saluting to
a certain leader,
a certain leader that I shall not name, but just watch the movie. But yeah, like that, you can definitely tell.
Yeah,
right?
of
So
course.
there are instances,
Yeah.
but yeah, I find that's a really interesting thing you don't really think about until like
That's true. That's
you're,
true,
you're
yeah.
faced with it.
That's good to be brought up, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Damn, this is a really long.
He really
review.
didn't like it, eh?
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, to be fair, wrote an entire thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
respect that.
Yeah.
Oh, here's cinematography. The film's visual style is too frenetic. With quick cuts and dynamic camera movements, it is way too disorienting for the viewer. I don't understand how I didn't have a seizure in the middle
that's
of
a
the
bit
film.
extreme.
Don't know about that. There's a lot of just held shots.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
The film's tonal shifts moving from dark comedy to thriller are executed quite shabbily.
I mean,
Okay. Let me finish this. The visual choices are also inconsistent and overwhelming, as a lack of establishment. Oh, okay, I read that right. Shots confused me a lot. The location appeared to also be lazily done. The poorhouse was cool, but the rest of the street was disgusting and appeared to be inserted as the backdrop without even considering how it may look with the window. Okay.
No, sorry.
Yeah, I don't
big,
know about
So-
that.
big disagree there.
Something about this movie, and he actually mentions it here. I was disappointed to find out the top of it was CGI'd. I kind of skipped over it. The top house CGI'd.
Yeah, yeah.
And parts of the street that he's talking about CGI'd.
Yeah.
So this movie uses CGI really, really well.
Because
And
you really can't like notice at all.
no, you like really
No.
everything looks as it should.
Yeah.
And it's actually really, really well done. But some of these things that he's saying are a little bit nitpicky. The one I want to talk about though is the transition from like comedy to thriller.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it 100%, but I think it's pretty well done. And I could see where it might feel like it's not the best transition, especially because it's a very slow transition.
It's slow until it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then when it happens, it's boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, if you compare it to some of his other movies, it's more of a blend the whole time. This one is one where it's like dark comedy, boom.
Yeah.
Right.
Thriller.
Yeah, which is honestly right when the maid comes in. They're literally
Yeah,
laughing,
exactly.
they're eating, you're laughing with them.
It is.
And then as soon as she comes in, right away, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
she's running to the
100%.
basement. You're like, what's going on? What's going on? You're passing downstairs. The music's, is there music? Yeah, it's like a little bit of a beat, you know, you hear in the background. They're kind of turning the camera and it starts building up quickly.
Yeah.
But
So I understand because it's not, it's slow, then boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it can be weird to some people, but that's one thing I love about it.
Yeah, me too.
Is the sudden
Yeah, just
switch.
Yeah.
so good.
It brings you to the edge of your seat.
Exactly. Yeah.
Makes you forget eating your popcorn.
There it is.
Oh,
There it
love
is.
it. Absolutely love it. All right. Let's talk about our favorite scenes. We've kind of mentioned them a little bit, just our
Yeah.
favorite shots or whatever, but let's actually dive into it here. Anybody want to start? I actually have to kind of Google some screenshots here to remind myself.
You
There's
have one
so
ready?
many.
Or I
You
can go.
go
I can
ahead.
go.
Yeah,
'Cause for
let's
me, the montage, like when they're planning their heist and like executing it, every family taking over.
Yeah.
That 5-minute segment is flawless. The editing in it's so cool. There's so many like callback shots within the same montage that just tie it up and really show you conception of plan, execution, start to finish. That montage to me is one of the most memorable scenes for me in like almost any movie. Like I that montage, I have it in my head. Like I absolutely love it.
Sick. That's actually very, very good. I know exactly which one you're talking about when they're like,
With like the peach fuzz.
yeah,
and
Yeah.
that's it.
So good.
Which they call back afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's within the same montage to have so many like we planned it, we did it. We planned it, we did it. Like normally during the movie you'll see that, but like in a 5-minute segments, there's like I think 4 where they call back to each other, and it's just I love it. I absolutely love it.
There's I think I'll jump in here. For me, I think whenever I think of Parasite, I think of the cake scene at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Right, where
Yeah.
you know, she's coming out, she's holding the cake, where
So good.
you know, it's funny because they all got invited, right? Because now they all work there, and then she's holding the cake, she's walking by, and then all of a sudden the basement husband comes out with the knife, stabs. You know, it's like that whole thing. It's the whole culmination of the movie. Everything built up into that scene. You know, after that, you know, there's like, you know, trying to get the what's his name, Mr. Kim outside of or you know, the whole story of where Mr. Kim went. You know, you get to see that, but the whole movie builds up all the way up until I think that birthday sequence, or the birthday scene. And something that I really, really liked about that birthday scene, which for me is, I guess, a callback to one of my favorite parts of the movie, is when he's driving. And basically throughout the whole movie, they have a whole sense of like smell, right? Because everybody smells differently. You brought it up earlier. The little kid goes around and says, oh, everybody smells the same. And they go back and then they say, oh, we got to do different laundry, you know. And then even the husband says, oh, yeah, like a different kind of smell whenever he's in the car, you know. And then we do a callback, right? Where the husband says, as soon as he comes by, he does like a facial reaction, right? That facial reaction that he has literally is what made Mr. Kim want to grab the knife and stab Mr. Park. It's that whole thing was like, it's been a buildup of his whole like, yes, I'm poor, or he's poor.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yes, I'm poor, and you are wealthy. But it's this one point where you have disrespect for me that I like. That is where I draw the line.
It's like in this moment, everything happening around you.
That's what you're worried
Really?
about. Yeah.
You notice the smell and worry about it? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's, I think,
so disrespectful.
Yeah. For me, it's probably one of my favorite scenes. Like just everything, like I said, brought together. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Alex?
Oh man. Jeez. There's so many. There are so many.
Yeah.
They're all so good. I would say, honestly, the like last sequence with the son and just him trying to figure out where his father is, and like he knows he's alive, but he just doesn't know where he is.
I have a question about that one actually for you.
Sure.
Do you think the whole plan that's unraveling after, do you think that's real? Did it really happen?
No.
Or is it, because he got hit hard by a rock, he lost a lot of
really
blood.
hard. I don't think it's real.
It ends with him saying like, soon I'll do it.
Exactly.
Very much soon, as in like, they always had a plan, the family.
He always has a plan.
And he was like,
especially that kid.
The kid, I was gonna say the
Always
kid's
has a plan.
the leader. He made scripts for the family to like.
He's directing him.
He's directing him. He's like, whoa, you're overreacting too much. You gotta from inside, you know. Yeah, I love that. That's such a good sequence. And like, did it happen? I don't know. It's a nice way to just sort of leave it there.
Yeah.
You kind of think maybe not. Yeah, you got hit pretty hard. So, I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It's because the whole thing throughout the movie is the different levels of just how far away they are, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You really see it when it's the rain, the day of the rain, right?
Yeah.
They're perfectly fine, and they have to go as they're running back home. There's so many levels they're going through.
Yeah.
Like for him to go from that level so deep down and just go up, I guess the social ladder is. No, I really don't think he's able to make it that crazy. If maybe not him, but maybe his kids, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, it's a crazy jump like that. I don't think it's even real. It's like possible. I mean, like it's like 1 in a million, maybe. You know, it's like hitting the lottery. But it's
100%.
Yeah. It's like, again, like stairs. You know, taking the symbolism,
Exactly.
but like you really see it, especially like they're going down, running down to go all the way back up.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
You make a perfect, I was gonna say choice, but you're right. No, like you're 100% right. You see it all throughout the film. I mean, and technically, at one point in the film, they had it all, right? The family was gone. They went camping, and they had the entire house to themselves.
Yeah.
And even there, when they had everything, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And they fall all the way to the bottom again.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, cool. There's like no happy ending. Cool. What a great film.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Like there's just so many great scenes, so many good shots. It's a fantastic film. I mean,
another shot I really like is when the boy, he first starts to go tutor and the mom is sleeping outside and the maid's like, oh, I'll go get her.
Yeah.
And like she's asleep and like it's shot through the window and there's a line separating the maid and the mom.
Yeah.
And to wake her up, she has to cross that line and clap. So it's like, okay, I have to get in her world. Like even here, I work for you for a long time. There's a divide here.
Yeah.
And she has to like really step in it and clap. That shot is
unbelievable.
Yeah.
so cool. It's so good.
Yeah, I love the way that's shot too, because like it's
You don't think about it.
No.
you
Yeah,
just
it's
don't.
not something you
Yeah,
ever
there's a
thought about.
lot of that throughout the film. Just the divide. You don't think about it at all, and then like you really do once you watch the movie enough times. You're like, oh, that's fun.
Once you
it's
start
really well
looking
done.
for these things,
Yeah, you start
they're everywhere.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, just great. I love the editing of that scene too. Just like so calm and so relaxed. You're in her world. And like there's no sound at all. You're just taking visually, just taking everything, and then smack, brought back into reality.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh.
So good.
I see you have a picture of the stone.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk a little bit about it because I mean, like I don't know if you guys know a little bit about the stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like it's a stone that families can collect or people can go collect. You get them from rivers and they're basically like very like they're high value. You think of it as you get this rock and you get fortune in your life. You get prosperity. You get happiness. You get wealth, right? So like by what was his name? Kim? No. Well, Kim is the family.
Yeah, that's the poor
But
family.
the friend is Min. So when Min gives them the rock, and it's like, yeah, me and my family, we have a bunch of these. We're giving you this rock, right? What's the main character's name? I forgot. But
Kevin.
Kevin. Okay, so Kevin, when he picks it up, he says, "Oh, it's so symbolic or so metaphorical," right? That's what he says.
Literally tells the audience.
Yes, but like the thing is, when a character says it's metaphorical, is it now metaphorical, right? That's I guess like the quick little.
It takes away the
thing.
mystery from it.
Exactly.
That's
right?
true. That's true.
I was doing a bit of research on the rock, and apparently because they're supposed to be very important rocks, they're very specific rocks. If they float, they're fake. And if you really look back at the flooding sequence,
It does.
It floats up to him. Like when he finds it because it floats up from the surface, and then he grabs it, right? So it's like it's tiny little things like that you see it. You're like, oh wait, it's floating. Why is it floating? It's a rock, right? It should go down. It's fake. So like the whole thing was, they were the main character, right? Kevin was, I guess, like seeing it and thinking, oh, wealth and like, I can use this. It's my time. But then all of a sudden the rock's fake. Like everything.
But he doesn't notice it yet.
He doesn't notice it. No.
Because to me, the floating is the rock coming back to him and being like, "You're not done. Keep trying.
Fair,
you
eh?
will make it." And that's sorry, the mic there. Sorry, like so they keep trying to keep going with the plan and you get close, but eventually it doesn't work. So that's what the floating meant to me. I didn't know it means it was fake.
Yeah,
that's really
then,
cool.
I mean, if you look back at the end, right, when the basement husband smacks his head with it, that also explains why he survives. Because it's not an actual like heavy rock,
That's
right?
true. He like just
Because he hits
it
him,
was a
like,
hard blow,
Yeah,
but
exactly. It's a hard blow, but yeah, it's
I didn't know that. That's really cool.
cool little fun little facts
That is a really that's a really really cool fact. I never thought about that.
It was part of the on the video. I saw there was like an interview at the end, so like he has an interview where as a translator and he's basically explaining a little bit apart, and somebody asks, "Oh, what's the symbolism in the rock?" And he like spoke a little bit about it. And I was like,
Okay.
that is sick. So
Wow, that's
check out the
awesome.
behind the scenes, guys. It's really really cool.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
Just have to go rewatch it now.
He's gonna watch it like
really
Unfortunately,
sucks.
unfortunately. Absolutely. Yeah, loved this movie. I have nothing else to praise it for, honestly.
No, I can keep praising it, but
Yeah.
It could go
It's too
on
good.
forever.
It's too good.
Too good. Absolutely. All right. I think that will end it for today's episode. If you guys haven't already seen it, please go watch it. But there are so many great foreign films out there to take a look at. Just watch them all, honestly. There's so
and thank God for
many.
Parasite for putting them on the map. Because
Yeah.
we're talking about, they existed, obviously,
Yeah.
but Western culture was like completely oblivious to that part. And now because of Parasite, at least, it's It's really like shock, especially Korean.
Mhm.
It's
Yes.
shot it
Yes.
on a
Yes.
map. It's everywhere now.
Love.
So cool.
Yeah, Korean cinema is just really it was a hidden gem. I think now people are starting to watch it more.
It's
So
becoming mainstream, I guess you could say, but in
Yeah.
a way, like,
Mhm.
yeah.
no, it's
It should
very
be. It's
good.
like their masterpieces, their
Oh.
works of art, especially like
so
this
good.
film.
So good. Yeah.
Mhm.
Kind of like that Letterboxd review. Korean cinema is different. And
Yeah.
Just
Hits different too.
it's wow.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100%. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe if you're new. Make sure to turn on that notification bell so you know when we post our videos. Every Thursday, you will have a new episode if you don't know already. Go check out the Spotify as well. We have it uploaded there so you can listen on the go, which is the best alternative if you're not here on YouTube already. Anything you guys would like to say?
Happy New Year.
Yeah. It's the first episode of the new year. Other than that,
I think that's it.
yeah.
All right.
Thanks for watching.